Sunbeams and vent.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'll just take it chronologically. The first phase is the same as normal, except there's gonna be sunbeams that spawn randomly around the room. It's totally random where they spawn. So if there's ads up when they spawn, it could spawn on top of the ads, and the ads will despawn the sunbeam. Every 30 seconds, 5 ads come from around the room, and they beeline for the sunbeam. So they have to be knocked back. They cannot be slowed. They can be stunned and knocked back. So that's what we got to do. The goal is we have to clear the ads before the sunbeam comes out. That way there's no chance of a sunbeam dropping and instantly despawning. The ads, however, will not spawn on top of a sunbeam, so we don't have to worry about it. We're going to have the warlocks and the shamans knocking them back. We're going to clear stacks like normal, around 8 stacks. You don't want to get over 10, so just get in and get out. We want to try and tank the boss near the sunbeams if possible. That makes it easier for the melee. There's only one right now, so it's not really a big deal. The other issue is the timing of it. If a sunbeam is about to die, clear your stacks right in the sunbeam. There's a timer for it. I'll call it out. And the tanks swap as normal. That is phase 1. That's really all there is to it. Oh yeah, and then the transition into the phase 2 is when there's like 10 seconds left before the night phase, or before the day phase. We're gonna let the ads just go ahead and beeline for the sunbeam and hit it. Don't waste any DPS on them. But when the ads hit the sunbeam, it will do a big shadow damage explosion within 10 yards. So everybody get away from it and let them hit. Don't waste the DPS on them. You can just hit them afterwards. Where'd Zag go?
I'm here. My drivers were trying to update and it kept crashing my client.
Okay, so that's that. Then we go into night phase. Day phase. There's going to be the buffs. The schema knows what is going on with that. What was I going to say about the day phase?
Don't forget you gotta keep the tree alive.
Oh, the tree alive. No. What's the difference in the day phase? Let me think for a second.
There's
Day phase is a fucking horrible nightmare of hell.
Oh yeah. Okay. So there's the embodied terror. There's a 60-yard range on that sun breath. 60 yards. And there's a 35-yard range from the fright fear. That means if we tank the embodied terror, 40 yards away from the boss, like out on this outer ring over here, and the ranged and the healers be right up on the boss's nuts, then nobody's going to get feared. So that's what we're going to do. About 3 seconds after the embodied terror's health bar comes up, he's going to start casting Terrorize. If we stun lock him, like I can put like a Hodge on him for 5 seconds and then get the fuck out of there, and then get another stun right after. He won't even cast Terrorize at all. If he does cast Terrorize, it's going to be on the boss and 2 random players. So the boss needs to be dispelled first, and the other 2 players need to be dispelled afterwards. But the players take 50% damage per second from that debuff. So they gotta be dispelled or bubble immunity immediately. The boss takes 15% damage every tick as well. The other mechanic is the unstable whatever ads that come through around the edges. We're going to have ranged assigned to each quadrant. They can be silenced, they can be stunned, you can do everything to those. So they have to be interrupted because the shadow bolts, the unstable bolts, do around 250k damage each to random players. So a couple of those will just one-shot someone if they get unlucky. So with 3 healers, we're going to be able to keep the rate up a lot better. And balance that out. We're going to tank him off center. So when he switches back to day phase, he's going to go, we know which way he's going to face, because he's going to go face towards the center. So don't be in his face. The other thing is the timing for the sun breath. We need to time the embodied terror die with 10 seconds left on the sun breath. That way the fright spawns will die with the sun breath and get stunned from the breath, and we won't take any damage from it anyway. So we got to time that. The first one, we just kill it as soon as it comes out. And the third one, we need massive deeps on it. And that's it. Any questions? Okay, let me set up quadrants then. Bragg, you're DPSing right now.